Welcome guys, it's Steve here with iGame on Droid, back with another video for you. We're going to be taking a look at installing Open Broadcaster on Linux Mint. That's the platform that I currently use to stream my Android gameplay out to Twitch, and I've had a few questions from some viewers on exactly how that process works. It's fairly simple, fairly straightforward, so we're just going to jump right into it. The first thing we need to do is install the streaming software onto our Android device. So to do that, we're going to go to the Google Play Store, and we're going to search for Screen Stream Mirroring. That's the application that's going to allow us to broadcast our Android device. And you'll see the very first one that pops up there is the free version. There are two versions on the App Store, one free, one paid for, of course. The free version will suffice for our needs right now. The only limitation it has is it does limit you to about 5 minutes of streaming time before it resets. But for the purposes of this tutorial, and just to see if this is actually going to work for you, the free version is more than satisfactory. You can always upgrade to the full version later on if this does what you need it to. So once you've selected the app, go ahead and click Install. Accept the terms. And then we'll just wait a couple of minutes for this to download and install to our phone. So once the app's done installing, go ahead and click Open. Here's another good reason to invest in the paid model right off the start, is you don't have to put up with anything like this. That's rather annoying. That X is rather deceiving. Just some updates there on what came with the new version. We don't need to see that again. So the app opens up right to the main menu. Now if you scroll down a little bit, you can see that you can use this app to broadcast straight out to Twitch, YouTube, and other services, or record to a local file. But for the purposes of my stream, I like to go through Open Broadcaster. I like the control that it gives me over my stream, and I like the customizations that are there. And I've just gotten used to using it, so I want to continue to do that. So we're just going to select VLC Media Player, OBS. Pay particular attention to this warning. We'll start capturing everything that's displayed on your screen, which means if you have this app running in the background and you're doing some sensitive stuff on your phone, be cautious. You may be broadcasting that to the internet. So be careful. So click Start Now. And you can see that's pretty much it. It's up and ready, broadcasting on the IP address that provides you right there on the screen. You can click into the settings and make any changes that you need to. I tend to turn off the camera overlay. I control that with a webcam through OBS, so I don't need it. Audio source, if you have a rooted device, you can set this to capture sound from the internal, so your game sounds will play in your broadcast. But as this device is not rooted, I leave my audio source set to none. I have another solution in place to capture the audio. Hardware encoding on, resolution, I bump that up to 1080p. Encoding bit rate, I usually leave it the default 2048 kilobits per second. That's more than enough for my purposes. I'm not uploading to Twitch at anywhere near that, so it's acceptable, and a frame rate of 30 FPS. You may want to play around with these values to find the one that works best for you, but for now we're just going to leave it there. Auto rotate on is fine, and I don't really make any changes to any of these other settings down at the bottom. They're all fine. So once you're good with that, just click back. Take note of the TCP address that's shown there, because we're going to need that for the next step. So now on our Linux box, the first thing we've got to do is install Open Broadcaster. So go ahead and open a web browser, and we want to visit www.obsproject.com. Or the other option is just do a Google search for OBS. But this is the web page that we want. And right here on the right hand side, get OBS multi-platform for Linux. And we are running Linux Mint, which is a Debian based build, so the commands for Ubuntu will work just fine for our needs. Everything we need to install it is listed right here. So we can just cheat and copy those into our terminal. Press enter to add the repository. Now I am copying them out of order, so I only have to do the update once. I'm going to add both repositories first, Then I'm going to run the update command, so I just have to do it one time. Add the second repository. Grab the third and final command, paste it in, and just add ffmpeg from the first set of commands. Press enter. That's going to update, add both repositories, and install both pieces of software that we need to get OBS up and running. Okay, now that we have Open Broadcaster up and running, we can go ahead and start to set up our stream. So the first thing we want to do is add a source, and we want to add a media source. Just call it Game Stream. Click OK. Under the input, you want to put the IP address that's showing on the screen stream mirroring app on your Android device. In our case, it's TCP:// and the port is 5000. And then click OK. And because I already have the game running on my Android device, it loads up right away. Just make a couple of quick adjustments so it fits on the screen properly. There we go. And what I found, because the aspect ratios are a little bit off, I do tend to have a black area here at the bottom of the screen. But that's easily solved by adding another source, adding an image, browse, and I have a little banner made up with my tag on it that I can just place over that gap to fill in the screen. A little bit of shameless self-promotion there, but it does a good job of filling in that blank area. So there you go. Once that's done, Open Broadcaster is now capturing the stream directly from your Android device. Go ahead into Settings, go to Stream, put in your preferred service. In my case, it's Twitch. Set your output options, your audio options, your video playback. One thing I did notice here is the base resolution and the scaled resolution have to be the same. I tried downsizing my resolution to squeeze a bit more quality out of my limited upload bandwidth, but Open Broadcaster would just broadcast a blank screen unless I had these two matching. I don't know if I'm missing something here. If there's a setting I don't have quite right, or if that's just the way it's supposed to be. I don't recall having this issue on Windows. I did output at a lower resolution. But on Linux, unless these two match, Open Broadcaster just broadcasts a blank feed. If anybody has any suggestions as why that is, please leave a comment below. I'd be glad to know. But once that's all done, OK, click Start Stream. And there you go. A couple of simple steps, a few minutes of your time, but now you can use Open Broadcaster on your Linux box, on our case Linux Mint 17.2, and we're able to use this to stream our gameplay from our Android device out to Twitch. The downside to doing it this way on a device that's not rooted is there's no gameplay audio included in this feed through the screen stream mirroring app itself. Now I do have another solution. I'm going to cover that in another video coming shortly, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. But it involves connecting the audio from my phone and my microphone to a Behringer 302 USB mixer board and then inputting that stream into Open Broadcaster. I'm going to be doing that video probably in the next couple of days, so make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to see how that works. In the meantime, I hope you found this video tutorial useful. I sure had a lot of fun making it for you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button down below if you found this tutorial useful. And until next time, my name's Steve. I game on Droid. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.